Hi everyone, we are in the world of rum today, discussing the dominant fermentable base for rum production, which is molasses. What is molasses? So all rum is made from sugar from sugar cane more specifically. Now that sugar can exist in several forms. Refined sugar, fresh pressed cane juice, cane syrup, and then molasses. Now I'm sure most of us are familiar with molasses. You get it in the grocery store. It's that dark, rich, thick, syrupy liquid, and it is formed by boiling down sugar cane juice. So the process of extracting sugar crystals, extracting sugar from cane juice, creates molasses as a byproduct. Some caramelized color, some darkening, some enrichening of flavor. Broadly speaking, there are three grades of molasses. You get grade A, which is the least reduced form of it. So there's been some sugar extraction, there's certainly some color development. It's dark, but it's not black in color, and the flavors of a grade A might be still quite fruity and quite sort of light macadamia nut characters that you might find in a grade A molasses. Then grade B is just reduced further, darker, more sugar extraction, and then you might have heard of blackstrap. Now blackstrap molasses is the most reduced, the most sugar extracted, quite dark fruits, almost tarry flavors, a bit bittersweet. Now it's incorrect to think of, even within each grade, that all molasses are the same. Some distilleries pour a lot of care into their choice of molasses, because the quality of the molasses will be affected by the cane varietal, the growing region, the farming methods, the processing methods. So molasses as a raw material, needs to be respected in its own right within the various grades. Molasses is a very popular fermentable base for rums for several reasons. One, it can be acquired in bulk at good prices, and two, it is highly stable. So the sugar content, or gravity as it's known technically, is so high that microorganisms can't act in that environment. There's too much osmotic pressure. That sort of sheer syrupy, sugary content will suck the moisture out of the cell. And the same way that honey is stable. We all know honey can sit on the shelf forever. However, if you were to dilute honey with water, it would start fermenting almost immediately, and the same applies to molasses. So molasses can be acquired, it can be stored stably, and then it can be diluted, which is what a distillery would do. They would dilute their molasses and begin the fermentation process. I always love the look of molasses-based fermentations. They look like the bubbling top of a delicious creme brulee. Sugarcane juice is also a common fermentable base for rum. Rum agricole in particular makes exclusive use of sugarcane juice, but it is perishable. Microbes can act on sugarcane juice. The sugar content or gravity isn't high enough to prevent them acting on it. So fresh pressed cane juice needs to be purposed for fermentation and distillation a lot quicker. The differences between a molasses-based rum and a cane juice-based rum, all things being equal, for me, the cane juice would present itself with a little bit more spiciness, sometimes kind of grassy notes in the white rum, sugar, actual cane, sort of cane stalk notes in it. Whereas molasses-based rums, as you might expect, there's a little bit more roundness, some caramels, some fruits, a little bit more richness that comes through on a molasses-based rum. Well, I hope that short video sheds a little light on molasses as it applies to the rum world. See you next time.